हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, गुड मॉर्निंग। कॉलम्स लॉ को समझने में जो डिफ़िकल्टी होता है उसको दूर करेंगे और उसी का बेस्ट में जो भी न्यूमेरिकल आएगा उसको कैसे इजीली सॉल्व करेंगे वो आज हम बताएंगे। सो लेट अस स्टार्ट दी कॉलम्स लॉ। सो कॉलम्स लॉ स्टार्ट करने से पहले मैं आज क्या क्या पढ़ेंगे उसको थोड़ा बता रहा हूँ। आज पढ़ेंगे हम लोग कॉलम्स लॉ, डेफिनेशन ऑफ वन कॉलम, limitation of Coulomb's law, relation between Coulomb and state Coulomb, relation between Coulomb and up Coulomb, unit and dimension formula of K epsilon 0, epsilon r, and some numericals. So let us start. Let us start Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law states that the force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges at rest is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of the charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. This force acts along the line joining of the center of the two charges. So this is the Coulomb's law. In this law states दो चार्ज रहता है, दो चार्ज के बिटवीन में जो फोर्स डेवलप होता है वो फोर्स क्या होता है, इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ द मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ द चार्जेस और इनवर्सली प्रोपोर्शनल टू क्या होता है, स्क्वायर ऑफ द डिस्टेंस बिटवीन देम होता है। चलो इसको हम लोग डेराइव करेंगे। लेट Q1 इज फर्स्ट चार्ज, Q2 इज द सेकेंड चार्ज। Here we are taking both Q1 and Q2 as positive charge. The center of this charge and center of this charge is the line joining between the center of the charges. So this distance between the two charges is r. So let F is the force of attraction or repulsion between the charges, and Q1 and Q2 are the two charges. The distance between them is r. According to Coulomb's law, the force is directly proportional to the product of the two charges. This is one charge Q1, this is another charge Q2. So magnitude of Q1 is Q1, magnitude of Q2 is Q2. So their magnitude, product of their magnitude is Q1 and Q2. So according to Coulomb's law, this force is directly proportional to Q1, Q2. Take this as equation 1. Now the distance between them is r. So square of the distance means r square. So square of the distance between the two charges is r square. Therefore the force is inversely proportional to r square. Take this is as equation number 2, because here according to Coulomb's statement, the force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges at rest is directly proportional to the product of the magnitude of the charges. Okay, and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. ठीक है? So according to this statement, F proportional to Q1 Q2 and F proportional to 1 by r square. Now this equation 1 and equation 2 will combine. So combining equation 1 and 2 we will get F proportional to Q1 Q2 by r square. This is proportional, that means left hand side magnitude and right hand side magnitude are not equal, they are proportional. So we have to multiply some constant to make equal both sides. So we multiply k with Q1 Q2 by r square. Therefore F is equal to k times Q1 Q2 by r square. What is k? This k is called constant of proportionality. This is also known as electrostatic force constant. This is also called as Coulomb's constant. So this based on this Coulomb's law, some boards are asking questions like CBSE board and CHSE board. State Coulomb's law and derive the definition of unit charge. Sometimes the question is given, define Coulomb's law of electrostatic force between the two charges, and states its limitation. Also deduce unit of charge from this law. Small questions also coming. What is the value of K in Coulomb's law in SI system? ठीक है. So this is the K. This K is called Coulomb's constant or electrostatic force constant or constant of proportionality. Its value will calculate and its units will decide. Will calculate it also dimensional constant. Now to find the value of K, this K is called Coulomb constant. In SI unit, the SI system of unit is called universal system because it is used throughout the world. So in SI system, this value of K is taken as 1 by 4 pi epsilon. We know that epsilon is equal to epsilon 0 into epsilon r. Therefore, K is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r. Now, putting the value of K का value 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r Coulomb's इक्वेशन में लेंगे तो then we will get F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r Q1 Q2 by r square. So, what is epsilon r? It is relative permittivity of the medium. Okay, and epsilon 0 permittivity of the free space. Its value is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12 Coulomb square by Newton meter square. इसका यूनिट Coulomb square by Newton meter square कैसे हुआ बाद में देखेंगे. For air medium or vacuum, epsilon r is equal to 1. So putting the value epsilon r equal to 1, our equation become F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q1 Q2 by r square. अच्छा, पाई का वैल्यू हम लोग को मालूम है 22 by 7 एंड एप्सिलॉन 0 का वैल्यू 8.854 into 10 power minus 12. So putting this value and we'll calculate, then we'll get the answer 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9. मतलब 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 पाई का 22 by 7 और एप्सिलॉन 0 का वैल्यू इसको पुट करने से हम लोग का आंसर ये मिलेगा. So putting in place of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, if we take 9 into 10 to the power 9, then we'll get equation F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Q1 Q2 by r square. Sometimes क्या होता है, some CHSE board or CBSE board are asking question about the value of relative permittivity of free space. That means what is the value of relative permittivity of the free space? What is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0? What is the numerical value of epsilon 0 in SI systems? Like that. So, relative permittivity of free space. Relative permittivity of free space or vacuum, it is always 1. So, what is the value of 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0? 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, this is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9. ठीक है. What is the numerical value of epsilon 0 in SI system? SI system में epsilon 0 का numerical value how much? That is 8.854 into 10 to the power minus 12. ठीक है. Sometimes it is asking what is the value of 4 pi epsilon 0? See here, 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9. So 4 pi epsilon 0 कितना होगा? 1 by 9 into 10 to the power 9. अच्छा, what is the SI unit of K? SI unit of K कितना होता है? क्या होता है? That is न्यूटन मीटर स्क्वायर बाय कूलम स्क्वायर. कैसे हुआ? कैलकुलेशन नीचे करेंगे. Now unit of charge from this law. In SI unit, we know the Coulomb's formula is F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 Q1 Q2 by r square for air medium or vacuum. Let Q1 is equal to Q2 is equal to Q, and F is equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 न्यूटन एंड R इज 1 मीटर। मतलब क्या है, हम लोग को कूलम्स फोर्स इक्वेशन मालूम है फॉर फ्री स्पेस और वैक्यूम मीडियम। F इज इक्वल टू 9 into 10 to the power 9 Q1 Q2 by R स्क्वायर। इसमें हम लोग क्या करेंगे, Q1 इज इक्वल टू Q2 इज इक्वल टू Q लेंगे, फोर्स इज इक्वल टू 9 into 10 to the power 9 न्यूटन लेंगे, R इज इक्वल टू 1 मीटर लेंगे। पुटिंग ऑल दिस वैल्यू वी गेट this much, 9 into 10 to the power 9 equal to 9 into 10 to the power 9 q square by 1 square. So after solving this हम लोग को मिलेगा q is equal to plus minus 1 coulomb. Okay, so q is equal to plus minus 1 coulomb, यहाँ मतलब क्या है, when q is equal to 1 coulomb, q1 is equal to also 1 coulomb, q2 also 1 coulomb, or when q is equal to minus 1 coulomb, Q1 is equal to minus 1 coulomb, Q2 also minus 1 coulomb. So SI unit, in SI unit of charge is coulomb. So now we get Q is equal to plus minus 1 coulomb. मतलब Q1 and Q2, when Q is equal to 1 coulomb, at that time Q1 is also 1 coulomb, Q2 also 1 coulomb. When Q is equal to minus 1 coulomb, Q1 is equal to minus 1 coulomb, Q2 is equal to minus 1 coulomb. ठीक है, so now we will define according to Coulomb's law what is 1 coulomb, or how we will define. Some CBSE examiners are asking define 1 coulomb. So 1 coulomb can be defined as charge which repel equal and similar charge placed at a distance of 1 meter from it in vacuum or air with a force of 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton. It can also be defined as 1 coulomb is defined as that quantity of charge which when placed at a distance of 1 meter in air or vacuum from an equal and similar charge experience a force of 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton. That means when both charge are 1 coulomb and this is 1 coulomb charge, this is 1 coulomb charge, and the distance between them is 1 meter, and that produce a force of 9 into 10 to the power 9 newtons. That means two equal and similar charge experience a force of 9 into 10 to the power 9 Newton when they are placed 1 meter apart and their magnitude of charge is 1 coulomb. Limitation of Coulomb's law. Some examiners are also asking state the limitation of Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law का limitation explain करने के लिए, it is applicable for point charge at rest. Applicable, the Coulomb's law is applicable for point charge at rest only. It is basically an experimental law. This is basically an experimental law. It is medium dependent law. It is not a universal law. It is applicable for a few kilometers only. Some CHSE board exam and some CBSE board exam also asking the questions between the relation between the 1 coulomb and state coulomb and half coulomb. So first we will see हम लोग relation between 1 coulomb and state coulomb. Okay, so in CGS system unit of charge is called state coulomb. So 1 coulomb is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 9, 3 into 10 to the power 9 state coulomb. So ESU, that is electrostatic unit, this electrostatic unit is also called as state coulomb. Okay, so now we'll see the relation between coulomb and half coulomb. In CGS system, electromagnetic unit of charge is abbreviated as EMU, electromagnetic unit. So 1 EMU of charge is equal to 3 into 10 to power 10 ESU. ESU मतलब इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक यूनिट. सो हम लोग यहाँ क्या करेंगे, 3 इंटू 10 पर 10 जो है उसको थोड़ा स्प्लिट करेंगे और लिखेंगे 3 इंटू 10 पर 9 इंटू 10. सो ESU is also called as state coulomb. So 3 into 10 to power 9, 3 into 10 to power 9 state coulomb is how much? Is equal to 1 coulomb, because previously we studied 3 into 10 power 9 state coulomb is 1 coulomb. So 3 into 10 power 9 state coulomb is equal to 1 coulomb. So in 10, here written 10, in place of 3 into 10 power 9 state coulomb, I have written coulomb, that is 1 coulomb. So 10 into 1 coulomb is equal to 10 coulomb. EMU of charge मतलब EMU of charge इसको हम लोग half coulomb बोलते हैं. So 1 half coulomb is equal to 10 coulomb, because EMU of charge, electromagnetic unit of charge, is also called as half coulomb. From Coulomb's law, we know that F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 by R square. ठीक है. So what is epsilon? Epsilon is the permittivity. Epsilon is the permittivity, and we know that epsilon equal to epsilon 0 into epsilon r. So what is epsilon 0? Epsilon 0 is the permittivity of free space or permittivity of the vacuum. Epsilon r is the relative permittivity of the medium. And what is epsilon? Epsilon is the permittivity of the medium. So we will define permittivity of the medium, relative permittivity of the medium, and their unit and their dimensional formula. Some CBSE board and CHSE boards are asking about define the electric permittivity, and epsilon is known as dash of the medium. So find the SI unit of K, find the dimension of K in Coulomb's law. So we'll solve one by one these problems. Okay. So permittivity is the property of the material or medium which affects the Coulomb's force between the 2 point charges when placed in that medium. So permittivity is what? It is defined as the property of the material or medium which affects the Coulomb's force between the 2 point charges when placed in that medium. What is relative permittivity? The relative permittivity can be defined as the ratio between the permittivity of the medium to the permittivity of the free space or the vacuum. That means relative permittivity, that implies relative permittivity epsilon r is equal to epsilon by epsilon 0. That is relative permittivity is equal to permittivity of the medium divided by permittivity of the free space or vacuum. So हम लोग का क्या होता है, व्हाट इज डिफाइन रिलेटिव परमिटिविटी बोलने से इट इज द रेशियो ऑफ परमिटिविटी ऑफ द मीडियम टू द परमिटिविटी ऑफ द फ्री स्पेस और वैक्यूम होता है। अभी क्या करेंगे हम लोग, फर्स्ट कूलम्ब कांस्टेंट के का यूनिट और उसका डायमेंशन निकालेंगे। सो टू फाइंड द एसआई यूनिट and dimensional formula of K. We know that from Coulomb's law, F is equal to K times Q1 Q2 by R square. From this relation, we will find K is equal to F R square by Q1 Q2. So from this relation, we will get K is equal to F R square by Q1 Q2. So first we will find out what is its unit. That means unit of K. F is the force which is measured in Newton. Okay. R is the distance between the charges which is measured in meter. So distance is measured in meter. Distance square is measured in meter square. ठीक है। both Q1 and Q2 are charge and charge is measured in coulomb. So if we put this unit here, that means force is measured in Newton, distance is measured in meter, so distance square is measured in meter square. This is charge, so this charge is measured in coulomb, this charge is measured in coulomb. So unit of K is Newton meter square by coulomb square. So SI unit of K is Newton meter square per coulomb square. Now we will find the dimensional formula of K. From Coulomb's law, this is the Coulomb's law, that is F is equal to K times Q1 Q2 by R square. From this relation we will get K is equal to F R square by Q1 Q2. So dimension of F is ml T inverse 2. If you are unable to find out ml T inverse 2 directly, then from this formula also you can find out, like F is equal to ma. Dimension of m is capital M. Dimension of acceleration is LT inverse 2. So dimension of force is equal to mlt inverse 2. Now the dimension of force is equal to mlt inverse 2. Dimension of r, this is the distance, so dimension of distance is L. Okay, so dimension of distance square L square. Dimension of charge, that is AT. So Q1 is also charge. For Q1 also we write AT, and Q2 also we write AT. So for Q1 we write AT, Q2 we write AT. So Q1 Q2 we write A square T square. After putting the dimension of K, that is, this is force for mlt inverse 2, this is distance square, so L square, this is Q1 Q2 for Q1 Q2 A square T square. By after simplification we will get the dimension of K is m to the power 1, L to the power 3, T to the power minus 4, A to the power minus 2. This is the dimension of Coulomb constant K. Now we will calculate or we will find the unit of epsilon and its dimensional formula. What is epsilon? It is the permittivity of the medium. ठीक है। So from Coulomb's law we know F is equal to 1 by 4 pi Q1 Q2 by R square. From this relation हम लोग क्या निकाल सकते हैं, यहाँ से एप्सिलॉन का वैल्यू निकालेंगे। एप्सिलॉन को इधर ले लो, फोर्स इधर आ। सो एप्सिलॉन इक्वल टू 1/4 पाई Q1 Q2 बाई FR स्क्वायर। एप्सिलॉन इज इक्वल टू 1/4 पाई Q1 Q2 बाई FR स्क्वायर। सो SI unit of charge, SI unit of charge is coulomb, so it is C. SI unit of distance is meter, so M. SI unit of force is Newton. Now, so SI unit of epsilon is here for Q1. For Q1 it is coulomb. Q2 also coulomb. Force is Newton. Distance square means meter square. So after simplification, the SI unit of epsilon becomes coulomb square by Newton meter square. So question is asking in CHSE board and CBSE board, write the SI unit of permittivity. So SI unit of permittivity, if you not able to remember directly, then you can calculate easily using this method. What is the dimensional formula of permittivity? It is CHSE board has asked these questions many times. So how we will calculate the dimensional formula of epsilon? From Coulomb's law, we can able to calculate epsilon is equal to 1/4 by Q1 Q2 by FR square. ठीक है? So dimension of charge, this is dimension of charge is 80. Dimension of force, F is force, ml T inverse 2. Dimension of distance is L. So dimension of distance square L square. Therefore the dimension of epsilon is here formula in place of Q, it is a charge. So हम लोग चार्ज का डायमेंशन 80 लिखेंगे। इन प्लेस ऑफ Q2 भी चार्ज है, इसका प्लेस में भी 80 लिखेंगे। F डायमेंशन F, इट इज फोर्स के लिए ml T इनवर्स 2, डिस्टेंस स्क्वायर के लिए L स्क्वायर। आफ्टर सिंप्लीफिकेशन we will get dimension of epsilon, that is m to the power 1, L to the power minus 3, T to the power 4 and A to the power 2. So dimensional formula of epsilon, that is epsilon means permittivity of the medium, equal to m to the power 1, L to the power minus 3, T to the power 4 and A to the power 2. ठीक है? So CHSE board has also asked the question, write the dimensional formula of epsilon r. What is epsilon r? It is the relative permittivity of the medium. Now we will calculate the unit and dimensional formula of relative permittivity. So first we will see what is relative permittivity. Relative permittivity, it is the ratio of permittivity of the medium to the permittivity of the free space or vacuum. So epsilon r equal to epsilon by epsilon 0. Since it is the ratio of permittivity of the medium and permittivity of the medium, so unit cancel, both unit cancel, so it is a unitless quantity. Similarly, the permittivity of the medium and permittivity of free space or vacuum, this is also one medium, this is also one medium, so dimension of both cancel each other. Therefore relative permittivity is unitless and dimensionless quantity. ठीक है? Now we'll find SI unit of epsilon 0 and its dimensional formula. That means we'll learn how to calculate the SI unit of epsilon 0 and how to calculate the dimensional formula. From Coulomb's law, we know F is equal to 1/4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r Q1 Q2 by r square. From this relation, we can able to calculate epsilon 0, that is it will come 1 by 4 pi epsilon r q1 q2 by fr square. First we will calculate unit, then we will calculate dimension. Here q1 is charge, q2 is also charge. So charge is measured in coulomb. So q1 is measured in coulomb, q2 is also measured in coulomb. Okay? R is the distance between the charge and the distance is measured in meter. So distance square is measured in meter square. Force is measured in Newton. Therefore epsilon R is unitless, इसका यूनिट नहीं रहता है. So epsilon 0 is equal this in place q1 is measured in coulomb, q2 is measured in coulomb, force is measured in Newton, distance square is measured in meter square, and this epsilon r is unitless. Therefore after simplification we will get the unit coulomb square by Newton meter square. So SI unit of epsilon 0 is coulomb square by Newton meter square. Now we will find the dimensional formula of epsilon 0. इसको कैसे निकालते हैं यहाँ सीखेंगे. From this Coulomb's law, we know epsilon 0 is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon r q1 q2 by fr square. So dimension of charge is 80. So q1 is also charge, q2 is also charge. ठीक है, तो दोनों का डायमेंशन 80 होगा. So dimension of epsilon r, it is relative permittivity, it is dimensionless quantity. Dimension of F, it is a force, so force का dimension MLT inverse 2. Dimension of R, R is the distance, so L distance square is L square. So putting all these dimension here, for the dimension of epsilon 0, we can able to calculate, or after solving we will get m to the power minus 1, L to the power minus 3, T to the power 4, A to the power 2. So dimensional formula of epsilon 0 is m to the power minus 1, L to the power minus 3, T to the power 4 and A to the power 2. ठीक है. So based on this Coulomb's law, we'll solve some important problems. Then all these problems are already the board exam problems, CHSC board, CBSE board problems. So we'll see one by one. Next questions. The force between 2 points electric charges kept at a distance d apart in air is F. If these charges are kept at the same distance in water, how does the force between them change? ये क्वेश्चन क्या बोल रहा है, दो चार्ज है, they are placed at d distance apart. Suppose this charge is q1, this charge is q2, and they are placed in air medium and producing the force F. If same charge with same distance, if they are placed in water, then what will be the force? So first हम लोग क्या देखेंगे उसको. We know F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r q1 q2 by r square. So here r is the distance between the charges, but here given distance is d, so I replaced r with d. That means q1 q2 by 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r d square, it becomes now F is equal to this much. For air medium, epsilon r is equal to 1. So F1 becomes q1 q2 by 4 pi epsilon 0 d square. For water medium, epsilon r is equal to 80. So F2 equal to q1 q2 by 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r d square. Here epsilon, in place of epsilon r we will put now 80. This is second equation, this is first equation. Now divide f2 by f1. So when we divide f2 by f1, it becomes, after simplification we will get 1 by 80. So f2 is equal to f1 by 80 होगा. So f2 is equal to f1 by 80. That means when these charges are placed in other water medium, then force reduced 80 times. Now another question: how does the force between the 2 point charges change if the dielectric constant of the medium in which they are kept increases? Question is asking, if the dielectric medium between the charges will increase, then what will happen to the force? The force between the 2 point charges will decrease if the dielectric constant of the medium will increase, because from Coulomb's law we know that F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 epsilon r q1 q2 by r square. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0, in place of epsilon r we will write k q1 q2 by r square. Now this k is called the dielectric constant of the medium. So if this k increases, then automatically this force will decrease. So when the dielectric constant of the medium increases, this force decreases. The dielectric constant of water is 80. Then what is its permittivity? Dielectric constant 80 होगा तो इसका मीडियम का परमिटिविटी कितना होगा? हम लोग को मालूम है फॉर्मूला एप्सिलॉन इज इक्वल टू एप्सिलॉन 0 एप्सिलॉन r, that is k epsilon 0, because dielectric constant is equal to relative permittivity of the medium. So putting the value, we get, after solving, the answer 7.08 into 10 power minus 10 Coulomb square by Newton meter square. In Coulomb's law, on what factors the value of electrostatic force constant k depends? In Coulomb's law, what factors the value of attraction force or repulsion force constant k depends? It depends upon the system of unit used and also the medium between the charges. Now one more questions we will see. Two charges q1 q2 separated by a small distance satisfying the equation q1 plus q2 is equal to 0. What does it tells us about the charges? That means if the sum of the two charges equal to 0, that means q1 plus q2 is equal to 0, then what does it tells about the charges? Okay, so q1 plus q2 is equal to 0, that implies q1 is equal to minus q2. Okay, so q1 is equal to minus q2, that means q1 and q2 are equal in magnitude but opposite in sign. That means both charge का magnitude equal होगा, but one charge will be positive and one charge will be negative. ठीक है? Now another questions, it is also CBSE board questions. The electrostatic force between two charges is called central force. Where? The electrostatic force between two charges is called central force because it acts along the line joining of the centers of the charges. This is one charge, this is another charge. These forces are acting along the line joining between the center of the two charges. One more question. Is the force acting between the 2-point charges Q1 and Q2 kept at some distance apart in air is attractive or repulsive when? Option 1, Q1 Q2 greater than 0. Option 2, Q1 Q2 less than 0. First we will see Q1 Q2 greater than 0. That means the product of the two charges is greater than 0. So when the product of the two charges is greater than 0, that means both are similar charge. That means when this is positive, this will also positive. So their product is positive. This will negative, then this will negative. Their product is again it will be positive. Therefore both are similar charge. That means both may be positive charge or negative charge. Okay? When both are similar charge, that means the force between them will be repulsive. What is that force? Repulsive force. Force of repulsion between them. Now second case, when Q1 Q2 less than 0, that means the product of the two charges is less than 0. Then how it is possible? That means one charge must be positive, another charge must be negative. If first one is positive, second one is negative, or first one is negative, then second one is positive. When here both are dissimilar charge, when both are dissimilar charge or different types of charges, then there is a force of attraction. So the force will be the अट्रैक्टिव फोर्स। मेरा वीडियो अच्छा लगा तो लाइक कीजिए, शेयर कीजिए और मेरा चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग।